Welcome, Reflections. You are over here with Tarithia. Hit the like and subscribe button. You know how we do when we get over here to Mars. Welcome to the night school. If this is your first time coming through with the crew, then this is how we do. Make sure you get your roll up, get your pull up. If you don't do either, don't even worry about it. We are talking about clairaudience today, reflection. So with that being said, I'm not here to waste your time. Let me stop this music in the background so we can officially get started. Okay, so with that being said, reflection, I hope everyone is in great vibrations today or tonight, whenever you hit this video. We are here talking about clairaudience reflection. And I know a lot of people are like, well, Tarithia, what exactly is clairaudience? Okay, for everyone who don't know, it says clairaudience is basically, do you ever hear voices? Or when you're thinking of a problem, does a song that seems to answer your issues just happen to play reflections? If so, you are interpreting the energies of the world within clairaudience. Okay. Your brain is actually translating visible patterns into sounds. We know sound is nothing but frequency, and frequency is nothing but what is a vibration of sound. So with that being said, reflection, let's talk more about clairaudience. Okay, now we all probably have heard of clairvoyant. Okay, but this clairaudience is a little different. It's literally what the end of the words say, audience. So clairaudience is literally dealing with the ear. Reflection is dealing with your spiritual ear. Okay, so with that being said, remember everything here is for educational purposes only. Okay, and if you would like to drop in the comments, and maybe if you would like for me to touch on a different subject reflection pertaining to clairaudience, we can definitely do that. Okay, so with that being said, reflection, let's kind of listen at a couple of videos to see what clairaudience is really like, and people who have this particular gift, what do they experience?
Do you have the psychic gift of clairaudience? There are about 4 phases to clairaudience as it develops. Let me know what phase you're on. Phase 1. This is the most common sign that most people with clairaudience have at the beginning, is you'll start to hear a buzzing in your ears. It'll be at different volumes, but it basically sounds like a static or a humming in your ears. Phase 2, that buzzing will start to convert into distant chatter. So it feels like you're in a room full of people and they're talking to each other, but not to you. Almost like you're overhearing a conversation. This happens a lot right before you fall asleep because your mind is the quietest then. Phase 3, over time that will evolve into a direct voice talking to you. Because it's not you, the accent might sound different, the tone of voice or word choice might even be different. So I had a guide use the term pussyfooting, which is a term I've never used, and when I said it out loud, I was like, all right, stage 4. In the 4th stage, you'll really be able to start distinguishing the voices, and you'll be able to tell who's a spirit guide, who's your higher self. Experience won't be so confusing, it won't be so novel to you, you'll be used to it, and you'll be able to distinguish between the voices. Is this you?
Okay, reflection. So can anyone relate to that? Can anyone relate to any of those things that she was talking about dealing with clairaudience? And not only that, reflection, did you hear her we'll go into it in a different video, the different stages of clairaudience and how to actually amplify your clairaudience skills. But that's for another video. Hit the like and subscribe button though, because you are over here with Tarithia, and we are here talking about clairaudience.
Take a listen.
Clairaudience is your ability to hear spirit. A lot of times TV says that we hear them with our physical ears, and that's not true. We're not hearing with our physical ears, we're hearing in our mind. And every single person that I've ever talked to that has experienced clairaudience, they're like, it was so weird, it was like it was in my head. A lot of times we experience clairaudience for the first time, and it's a very loud voice, inner dialogue in our head, but it's there all the time, and it happens in real time. So as you're listening to
Okay, it was a lot of music going on in that one, reflection. But basically what she was saying is, I noticed in a lot of these videos, and you'll notice too, a lot of people are saying it's a voice literally in their head. So how do you tell the difference in a voice in your head, reflection, or just maybe something else? Okay, so with that being said, let's take a listen. This is actually what people who are clairaudience actually experience.
Yeah.
Can definitely feel like where you are in a crowded space, they can almost, for some people, feel like they can hear the voices of everyone in the room. Imagine that, reflection. It's enough hearing your voice and them other voices, reflection, your inner voice. Imagine hearing everyone else's thoughts that was around you. That can be mind-boggling. Just think about that for a second. This is what people with clairaudience have to deal with before they kind of master their gift. Okay. And so with that being said, reflection, let's keep going.
Those people can audibly hear secret conversations.
This spiritual gift is real. So she's talking about clairaudience, where you're able to hear conversation even though you're miles away, you're not in the room. And I have this gift. Well, I grew up Christian, and they used to gaslight me and say, no, that's just the devil talking. That ain't real. Nobody can hear conversations, or you got mental health problems. Do not let people gaslight you and telling you you're crazy, you have mental health issues. This is a spiritual gift. And it's funny because I saw this show. I don't think the show lasted, but the government was using empaths and people who had clairaudience spiritual gift to find out what the enemies were going to do next. So yes, your governments know about these spiritual gifts, and they do have people working for them that have these gifts. Do some file reading online, okay? So one time I heard a group of people, all right, they were my step family, talking crap about me. And it was crazy because I heard it loud and clear. And I was like, how am I hearing this conversation? It felt like I was probably in like a cop van outside listening in. It was like that, but I can also see their faces as well. And I needed to confirm this, that I was not bugging out. So I called one of the people that was in the room when they were talking about me, and they confirmed it. They was like, yeah, there was a family meeting and they were talking about you. So that was confirmed. When you hear these conversations, I wouldn't suggest that you approach these people, but my little manipulation tactic that I do, sometimes I approach them, but I don't tell them what I know. I'll just read their body language. So I'll say, hey, is there something that you need to tell me? Is there something that happened? You know, something I need to know? And they get super nervous. A lot of these people start to avoid me. You know, they don't give me eye contact when they're around me because they know that what they did behind my back, or that they were talking crap about me. And that's usually how I confirm it. Or I just
Baby, oh, they knew not to give me that gift right there, because I bust in the room. What you say? I heard you. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear my clairaudience. Yes, I know you ain't got the gift. My clairaudience told me what you said. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did say that, because my ancestors, my spirit guides, was over there. Okay. They channeled what you said to me, Tarithia. No, they know not to give me that gift, reflection. I be in trouble. I be in good trouble, reflection. Okay. So with that being said, just imagine though, reflection, having that gift, because we all know people will portray one way in front of you, but what is really going on in their head? What are they really thinking about you? Imagine having that gift. Okay. So with that being said, let's keep going.
Very often for people who are clairaudient, that means that their left side of their brain is extremely active. We are a left brain society. It is no coincidence that a lot of people have their left brains active. But this is the part of your brain that processes language. This is the same part of your brain that's going to process information that comes through and give it over to you as an audio stream, as a statement or a phrase, right? So people whose left side of the brain are developed may develop clairaudience even quicker than they develop clairvoyance. Whereas clairvoyance actually is the right side of your brain. It's the female side of your brain. And that is more about perceiving pictures and perceiving images, are more like looking at the world as a bigger picture, not necessarily narrowed in on a particular stream. So the people who develop clairvoyance have their right side of their brain very, very activated, right? And it's, you can think of it in terms of masculinity versus femininity. Clairaudience is more of a masculine psychic trait. And by masculine, I don't mean male. I mean masculine. We all have both streams of energy in our bodies, the male and the female. Clairaudience is more of a masculine stream, just like claircognizance, right? Clear knowing, that's also a masculine psychic ability. Whereas clairsentience, clear feeling, and clairvoyance are more feminine.
Okay, reflection. So what do you think about that? I think that was a good breakdown of clairaudience. Okay. So a lot of people get clairaudience and clairvoyant mixed up, but they're not the same, reflection. They're definitely not the same. Let's keep going. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button because you're over here with the crew and we gotta let them know we out on Mars. They don't know sometime, reflect. I be popping up on them. They don't know. So you have to hit the like and subscribe button to let them know the crew has officially landed on Mars, reflection. Like we are. Do not play with us. Like, I don't want to say we the life of Mars, like we the life of Mars, but we the life of Mars. So go on ahead and let them know that we have landed, reflection. Okay, and we are over here talking about clairaudience.
Very often when people start receiving information, they doubt that it is somebody else talking to them. The number one most common fear in people who are developing a clairaudience is that I'm making this up. It's not me who's talking, somebody else is talking. Sorry, it's not somebody else who's talking, it's me that's talking. I'm just making it up. That's the problem. It couldn't be further from the truth. Clairaudience is real, and it is another stream of consciousness coming through. If you're just getting started, it will get better. You will get better at trying to tell what's your intuition and what's your inner voice as opposed to somebody else coming through. For me, it's night and day. Right now, I go a lot by the tempo, how somebody speaks. Like I know what my sounds like and I know what my voice doesn't sound like. In the same way that I know what my physical voice sounds like, I know that I don't sound like my mother or I don't sound like my father. So if I hear my dad's voice, I know it's my dad's voice, if that makes sense. If I hear my voice on video, I know it's my voice. Same thing, like you start getting more discerning as you go along, as you practice, as information starts coming through. And then the other thing is you would notice that that voice that comes through shows you another perspective. It gives you a little bit of an aha moment every time it comes through. Because if it was you, nothing enlightening would be happening over here, if that makes sense, right? Because you hear your voice all the time. And more often than not, our inner voices are recycling the same 90%, like the same information over and over again. Like, you know, what you would hear day 1, day 2, day 3 is like 90% of it is going to be the same exact frequency, right? If your question is, how can I open up my clairaudience? The answer number 1 is work on your lower chakras first. Because once you clear the lower chakras, the energy can only go up. The reason your energy is not going up to your higher centers, like your third eye, is because it is stuck in one of your lower chakras, specifically yellow, red, or orange. So work on these 3 centers. That's first and foremost. Then your energy is going to go up. Secondarily, there is a practice that you can do to activate your clairaudience. You would imagine the triangle located between your third eye and your ears. So 2 points in your ears and then your third eye, there is a triangle. And then you want to activate it with blue light. Cobalt blue, like deeper blue, not light blue, not sky blue. White also works, by the way. So you do 3 of these, or you can do nine movements around the triangle. Like imagine the energy just coursing through 9 times around your triangle. And then you would close your eyes and you would focus, like there's like a stream that's going to exist in this part of your body. It's like almost like a highway that you build. And then you just want to imagine that you're sending out blue light and then you're receiving blue light into this triangle and your ears are going to start getting activated because actually what participates is your ears mostly and your third eye when you're clairaudient. And so practices like that, meditating on this blue triangle and then receiving and giving a lot of information, meaning like just releasing a lot of blue light out of the center of your body and then receiving a lot of cobalt blue light into the center of your body could be very activating for your clairaudience.
Okay, reflection. They said to right there. Reflection. I was looking over there in the comments. So with that being said, let's keep going.
So, let's talk a little bit about clairaudience. Being clairaudient is kind of like having a spiritual ear. It's the spiritual gift of being able to hear beyond the veil. You may receive warnings this way, a sign that the energy in the room is going to shift, a sign that someone's coming in who doesn't have the best intentions for you. Honestly, it's all about how you perceive it. Now, most of the time, this can be just simply a ring in either ear or sometimes both. But there's different ways to discern the different types of ringing. You can find different charts online, like this one. While those charts are very helpful tools, you don't have to go strictly off of them. Some ringing or different things you may hear just may simply be spirits you're hearing passing you through the physical plane, possibly signs of guidance, or just a sign to pay attention in that moment.
Okay, reflection. So what do you think about that? A lot of people are saying these are voices from your higher self. Reflection. They saying stay woke and pay attention. Okay. So with that being said, have any of y'all ever experienced this? If it's not the ringing in the ear, have you ever experienced the voices? I know a lot of people will actually say that they will experience them, especially when they're going to sleep or they're about to go to sleep, when they're first waking up. I just hear a lot of people even say that they can hear a voice literally call out their name. Okay, so with that being said, reflection, let's take a look at a couple of more clips.
Hey, Salami. Hi. Give me back my hamster.
Reflection. You know what? That's one gift I think I could have skipped. I could have skipped that one, reflection. Hold on. Now I'm trying to go to sleep. Y'all talk too much. Is this a Gemini clairaudience? Y'all could have sent me a quiet one, like what's a quiet sign? Like a Cancer or something. What's another quiet sign? Not a Virgo. Definitely not a Virgo. What's another one, reflection? Give me another quiet one. A Taurus, but they really ain't quiet. They just act like they quiet. Yes, y'all could have sent me one of them. Y'all could have sent me this talking Gemini, this Virgo, this Sagittarius energy. I can't deal with it, Pete. Next thing you know, reflects you someone like this.
Hey, Salami. Hi. Give me back my hamster.
Reflection. I would have said I ain't never had no hamster. What hamster you talking about? You talking about last lifetime. What hamster are you talking about? See, this is what I'm talking about right here, reflection. I could have skipped that gift. This is clairaudience. I'm good. Just give me clairvoyance. So with that being said, reflection, I wanted to come over here because I definitely had to tell y'all about clairaudience and the difference in clairaudience and clairvoyant. And a lot of people struggle with this gift, reflection, especially if they don't know that this is actually a gift. Okay, some people can think that they could be experiencing other type of things. Okay, so with that being said, keep in mind I am not a medical doctor. If you feel like you need to seek medical attention, reflection, do that. Okay, so with that being said, hit the like and subscribe button. You are over here with Tarethia. Okay, and you know how we do when we get with the crew. Until next time, Ashe.